Happy 4th of July, friends. It's Jennifer All here with your Daily Hope. You know, the 4th of July is an interesting holiday because holidays usually mark the end of a war, not the beginning. But we celebrate the Day of Declaration as our holiday. And I think that's a pretty inspiring choice because this is the day we broke away from what had been established and dared to see a new future. It was a pivotal moment in our life as a nation. Our perspective changed and we saw ourselves and our situation differently, and it invigorated us to take heroic steps of action. Now, today's great verse can have a similar pivotal effect on our own personal lives if we let it. Jesus wants to break us out of our worldly perspective and give us the ability to see differently and move forward in our circumstances with peace and confidence because we know who it is that walks with us. Our great verse today is John 16:33. Now, Jesus is speaking to his disciples the evening before his crucifixion, and the disciples are confused. Jesus is talking about leaving soon, and that scares them. This world is hard, they think. They don't understand where Jesus is going to be in all of it. And then he says our great verse, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Hold on to this verse, my friends. It is a game changer. Let this verse give you new perspective. Because Jesus, I love it. He is straight up about our plight. He is not glossing over the trials and the challenges that we face. He is not dismissing the pain that we experience, but he frames it differently. Often hardship looms over us and it can become the center and driving factor of our lives. The world can feel overwhelming and we can get lost in it, but Jesus has shown us who he is, his great love for us, and his majesty and power over this world. Jesus is victorious over the darkness and the evil. And when we anchor ourselves to him, when we lean in with faith and trust, we are not lost. There is a clarity and a peace in the midst of the storms. We may walk through dark valleys, but he is with us, and that changes everything. Fear is replaced by curiosity. Bravado is replaced by assuredness and security that lets us be brave. Knowing Jesus has ultimately overcome the darkness and brokenness of this world changes how we can show up in these situations. Having a new perspective leads to new understanding, that leads to new feelings, that leads to new actions. For me, knowing this truth, it helps me show up in situations as my better, calmer, healthier self. God's truth isn't just good news for later, my friends. It changes our lived experience of life right now. May Jesus' declaration of truth give us new perspective as we face our situations, and may it empower us to walk in the peace and the joy that we find in him. Whatever you are facing today, my friends, remember you are not alone. It is the mighty, wonderful, victorious Christ who walks with you. Take heart, my friends. I hope I see you soon.